Would you support legislation around abortion?
I am pro-choice, and my government would not bring in legislation or support legislation to change or to restrain the rights of women. The situation we have now is what we should maintain, and that is a very clear. They're all candidates except one on this stage has stated their position on this.
Mr. Aitchison.
I will always defend a woman's right to her personal reproductive health choices, period. Always.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Brown.
I'm pro-choice. I support a woman's right to choose, and any government that I lead would not revisit this issue.
And Mr. Poilievre.
A Poilievre government would not introduce or pass legislation restricting abortion.
Dr. Lewis.
I am pro-life, and women in Canada can have an abortion up until 9 months, and so there is no restriction on abortion. What we need to do is have conversations about what we believe in,
Thanks.
what
We're out of time. Mr. Baber.
I don't believe that government has a role in how people start and grow their families. If as conservatives want to stay out of people's lives, then we should stay out of the most intimate areas of their lives. But that doesn't mean that we don't respect parliamentary democracy, that we gag our MPs, that we don't allow people to contest nomination. I'm wondering how all my friends feel about others in caucus who have different views.
And Mr. Poilievre talked about social conservatives. Let's talk about that. He still won't tell you his position of whether he is pro-choice or pro-life. I respect social conservatives. They will always have a place in our party. They are good people, faith-based people who deserve a place at the table and in the family.
Wmr. Poilievre, 45.
I believe in freedom of choice on that issue. I already said that at the very beginning. So I don't know what you missed. I don't know if you were listening. Yes, it is. That's what I said. But Mr. Charest, why didn't you take a moment to acknowledge that you're the only one on this stage who actually voted for a law that would recriminalize abortion when you were part of the Mulroney government? You did. You did. And you can take a moment now to renounce your earlier vote if you've changed your mind, but that was your position. You seem to have forgotten it. You've forgotten a lot of things about your record. You forgot that you brought in a carbon tax. You forgot that you raised the fuel tax, the sales tax, the health tax. You forgot that you banned natural gas development in your own province. You forgot you brought in a long gun registry. You seem a little bit forgetful about your record, Mr. Charest, but Canadians now remember it.
No. You guys know the rules. You know the consequences. Mr. Charest, 30 seconds.
I am very proud of my record as a conservative that stands on its own merits, on fiscal conservatism, on reducing the size of government, reducing taxes, which I did when I was Premier, by the way. Quebecers had $1 billion less taxes paid and higher disposable income after I finished in government, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, Mr. Poilievre, thank you for at least now telling us that you are pro-choice. We understand that's what you're saying tonight. Please confirm that for us.
And Mr. Poilievre, you have 30 seconds.
I did confirm my position that I will not introduce any law on abortion as Prime Minister. I made that very clear. But Mr. Charest, you're wrong about your tax record. You raised the sales tax, the carbon tax, the fuel tax. Just like Patrick Brown, you're trying to flip-flop on it and say one thing on the stage different than what you said before. And the overall tax burden in Quebec went from 19% of the economy to 25% of the economy under your government. That is your record. You can't run away from it. I have a clear, solid record as a tax cutter that leaves more money in people's pockets.